Hello, everybody, and welcome to the drive-thru. I'm your host, Tony T, as we broadcast live here on Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place YouTube channel and throughout social media. We'll get you out of here well before the top of the hour because we want to give you enough time to get your bets in for the primetime games. And that's what we do here on the drive-thru Monday through Friday daily at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, as we give you live free sports picks from the primetime games. And to do that are our professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. Let's take a look at who'll be on the show for today. We've got Tony Brown in Las Vegas. Nice sunny Vegas up there. Ninos to join us. James Clark. Alex Smart will be here. And Shore, a special appearance here on Thursday. McMordie from SoCal. And Chris Ruffolo will also join us. He'll serve as co-host. All right, so let's take a look at how they'll line up tonight. Smart, McMordie, Brown, Shore, Ninos, Ruffolo, Clark, and then I will close this one out. All right, Chris, did you have any action in that wild game with the D-backs and Reds?
No, but I'm kind of wishing I did. That was a fantastic game. I watched it from beginning to end, and it was just like, maybe at the same time, I'm glad I didn't because I don't know which side would have been right throughout the whole game. But it was a really good game, Tony. You got that right. Yeah,
it was, especially the Reds trying to climb, get back in that game at the end. They had, I think, they wouldn't run at the plate there until they got the strikeout. But a wild game there in Cincinnati. All right, let's get started here with the drive-thru. Let's welcome Alex Smart to the show. You'll find us over at Pick Dogs. Alex, how's it going today?
Doing good. How's the OG gang down there in California?
It's going well out here in SoCal. Of course, Chris up in your neck of the woods, but farther west from here.
Yeah.
All right, we got a game here tonight. The Spurs to host the Detroit Pistons with the Spurs laying 10.5, total 216.5.
Yeah, this line's moved quite a bit as the days has gone on. There's a lot of sharp money flying in on this. And, believe it or not, I mean, somebody might find this hard to believe, but Detroit's been very competitive of late. But there is a problem here, and it looks like exhaustion. I started to notice it in the game against Dallas last time out. And you know what? This team's pooped, and I think they may just take a night off. That's the way I feel. Projections from a previous game in March, in the middle of March, saw San Antonio take out Detroit 109-99. Complete domination, the way these teams play, the player combinations, the benches, everything. Bad matchup for Detroit. Not always a bad matchup for them. This one is. We're going to go to San Antonio. We're going to lay some under here.
Going to lay some out here with the Spurs laying 10.5 against the Detroit Pistons. Chris, I kind of felt that way about the Pistons when they got pounded by Washington in that back end of a back-to-back on Saturday. They looked lethargic in that beatdown.
They did, and it's kind of like you feel bad for the Pistons because how many times have we talked about NBA teams this late in the season that are mailing it in? Yeah, I'm talking to you, Oklahoma City, but the Pistons, they're trying, but unfortunately, it's gonna catch up to them. Just trying when there's really nothing left to fight for, and I think this is a spot. The Spurs are fighting for a playoff spot, and I think this game just means more. So I'm on the Spurs laying the points as well.
All right, looking here at the Spurs laying the 10.5. I think I looked at the injury report here, and it's a laundry list here for Detroit. Of course, back end of a back-to-back. No Ellington, no Plumlee, no. And this is the key one here. Jeremy Grant, their leading scorer, he'll be out of this one. So they're resting up a lot of their players here. Really not much to play for. The last place team here, Detroit Pistons. So the Spurs here laying the 10.5 against Detroit Pistons, and this one to tip off at 8:30 Eastern Time, NBA League Pass channel. All right, Alex, we got NBA on the board up there. Some baseball, a lot of hockey. What you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
I've got triple play or 3-pack of NBA selections tonight. Strong selections. Had a winning night last night. We're still up over the last month and a half in NBA. Had a little downturn there for a bit, but we're back on the road again, and let's just finish off strong. So join me from now to the end of the season.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Alex Smart over at Pick Dogs. Him coming off a nice day yesterday, and of course, you got action there for tonight. Take those winnings from his one-day pass and make the upgrade to the long-term pass at 3, 7, and 30 all sports pass. We'll get you every play that Alex releases over at Pick Dogs Premium. Of course, you set the terms when you visit his profile page and you make that purchase. All right, Alex, as always, great having your show. Have yourself a great night, and we'll talk with you next week.
Have a great weekend. Take care, guys. Bye.
All right, everybody. Alex Smart here on the drive-thru. All right, let's continue our coverage here. And we're making that long trip from northeast Canada all the way to Southern California. And welcome Al McMordie to the show. You'll find him over at Pig Dogs Premium. And doing fantastic work, sitting at top of the leaderboards here for the year 2020-21. Alex, how you doing today? Al, how you doing today?
I'm doing fine, but if I won't be at the top for much longer if I get a lot of days like I had yesterday. We tell it like it is here at Pick Dogs. Yesterday, 0-4, so hopefully we'll bounce back today on Thursday.
That's right. So make bounce back here on Thursday. You're looking at a hockey game here as the Jets to host the Maple Leafs at 7 Eastern time. Maple Leafs $1.30 here, total 6.
Yeah, I'm curious to hear what Chris has to say, talking about the Toronto Maple Leafs here. At the start of the year, when I made my preseason predictions, I actually chose the Colorado Avalanche to win this year's Stanley Cup at 7-1 odds. But then, I saw Toronto get off to that hot start. They started 18-6, and I was having, a little bit of remorse, thinking I might have made the wrong decision. But now we look at what Toronto's doing lately. They've now lost 5 in a row. Of course, Colorado and then the Vegas Golden Knights are playing great hockey over in the West Division. But Toronto gets a chance to, right the ship today. They play the team that's 4 points behind them in the standings. That's Winnipeg. And Winnipeg is playing very good hockey. They've won 5 out of 7. But in this series, the road team has now won 4 in a row. Toronto's also won the last 5 here in Winnipeg. So I do lean to the visitors in this contest. The last meeting was won by the Jets. That was back on April 15th, 5-2 in Toronto. But Toronto is now 9-1 this year, revenging a home loss. And then another key statistic, Toronto on the road versus winning teams this season, a perfect 9-0. So we're going to take the road team here minus $1.30.
All right, $1.30 here, the Maple Leafs here. And Al, Big Al, you're going to get your answer right here. Just look at the fixture. All right, Chris, what's your thoughts on this one?
This whole thing. Oh yeah, I've had this forever. Yeah, I try to.
How long have you had that hat, Chris?
I see the price tag still there.
How long have you had that hat? I'm just curious.
I don't know. I actually, this was the hat I won from Rod and a Hat Bet, but I've had a fair share of my fair share of Leafs hats and also burned a couple. But I have to agree with this. I try to stay away from Leafs games as much as possible, but my concern with the Jets, Tony, we talked about money won and lost, and the Jets lead the league in terms of money won on the money line this year, almost $900. But I think that the Leafs just acquired Nick Foligno from Columbus. This is going to bring in that veteran leadership, that playoff presence that a young team like Toronto needs after not making it out of the first round for 4 years. And like Al said, Toronto battles hard and they do very well against good teams on the road. So, and getting the Leafs at minus 130, I'll take it.
All right, agreement here. Leafs minus 130 against Winnipeg Jets. Of course, this one to begin at 7 Eastern time, NHL Center Ice package. All right, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium, where you said top of the leaderboard for 2021. Nearly 2,800 units of profit. I got a lot of hockey, some NBA and baseball. What you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Well, I've got a triple play in Major League Baseball today, looking to bounce back off yesterday's tough loss. We had our team was up 3-0 going into the 9th inning and gives up 3 runs and then loses in extra innings. I've got 1 play on the NBA hardwood, so a total of 4 plays in all. We're going to pass at Pick Dogs Premium today in hockey. So 3 plays in baseball, 1 in the NBA. Go to Pick Dogs Premium, and of course, the best bet of all is to get a week or a month and get all of our award-winning selections over the long term.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Big Al McMordie over at Pick Dogs Premium. He's got that one-day pass tonight. He's got 4 plays going. Pick them up and take those winnings and make an upgrade to the long-term pass, 3, 7, and 30 all sports pass. And right now we got a 2-for-1 capper special. Pick any 2 cappers for long-term pass. You get a great savings there when you make that purchase. All right, Al, as always, great having your show. Have yourself a great night. And let's bounce back Thursday, and we'll talk with you next week.
Yeah. Thanks, Tony. Thanks, Chris.
All right, everybody, Al McMordie here on the drive-thru. We'll continue here on the show. Guys, just a reminder, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Free picks every single day. Of course, they get started every day at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time with the morning show. You got Mitch, you got Rod Wacky, Brian Bittler. Of course, you got those 2 YouTube shows, the early and late, and the drive-thru show Monday through Friday here at 6 p.m. Eastern time. And as always, guys, we always ask for those thumbs up, those likes. It greatly helps us out. It helps us build our audience, Chris.
Tony, we always say absolutely it does. I mean, it's costing you guys nothing. It's right underneath the video. If you just hit the like, hit the thumbs up, it helps us get the Pick Dogs brand out to more fresh faces. All the views, all the likes, subscriptions, it all helps. And I can't stress enough how much we appreciate all the love and support we get from everybody, because without you guys, there is no Pick Dogs. So thank you for all the support. Thank you for all the love, and keep it coming.
That's right, guys. Appreciate all your thumbs up and likes. It really helps us out. All right, we'll continue our coverage here on the drive-thru. Chris, we're going to give you a little break here, break one for today, and we're going to go over to Skype and welcome to the show Tony Brown. You'll find him over at Pig Dogs Premium. Let's go ahead and wire him up right now. Tony, how's it doing? Looks like you're chilling out in Vegas.
Yeah, man, I'm at the pool, just chilling poolside at the house. I'm at my house. I didn't want to go to the casino. I didn't want to deal with those masks, and I'm just ready to do a good show for you guys.
Absolutely. Great show tonight. All right, Tony Brown, you're looking at one of the marquee matchups for today, and that is the Dodgers hosting the Padres 10 Eastern time. LA a favorite here, about $1.67, total 7.5.
Yeah, like in baseball, anytime you can get anything under 200, we go all the way up to 180. At 167, 170, sometimes, you know what I say? It takes money to make money. Lay the juice, take the Dodgers, and we're going to keep it simple. Like a lot of handicappers like to throw the stats at you and saber metrics and this and this and that. The Dodgers won the World Series. It carried over. They're the number one team in the league right now with the most wins, and they're undefeated at home, 100% perfect 6-0. They just beat San Diego on the road in San Diego. So why wouldn't you take the number one team, the defending champs, at home, and look at the lineups? Don't only take them tonight. I'm going to give you a bonus pick. Take them for the series. Take the Dodgers for the series. You got Walker Buehler, followed by Clayton Kershaw. Then you got Dustin May, and then we got Trevor Bauer. Even if I weren't a huge Dodger fan, it just as a fan of an opposing team, I wouldn't be like, yes, we got a great shot going against the Hall of Famers and Cy Young Award winners. So tonight, lay the juice, play the 170, and take the Dodgers on the money line to stay undefeated at home, the number one team at home. Only a huge upset beats us tonight.
All right, Tony Brown here on the Dodgers laying 167 here against the Padres. I think the Padres need a little help, a little contribution from their lineup. You just got that Tatis Jr. They need to see a little bit more offense here as they got struggling in that Milwaukee series. Of course, the Dodgers, Buehler, I've always felt he's more comfortable at home in his home mound. You look at his splits last year, almost twice the strikeouts, half the walks. When you look at Buehler, and of course when you're looking at the Dodger bullpen performing much better at home here with an ERA of under 1.
Right, and Jansen's not blowing saves as well. I mean, it's all good. Like I said, I was, tongue-in-cheek about being a fan and all that stuff, but seriously, just straight to the numbers, 6-0 at home. I told you guys on prior shows, anytime a streak goes at 3, we jump on it. We got up to 18 games when the Sabres were losing. We got like 20 games when the Rockets were losing. And now we got a perfect 6-0 with the Dodgers at home, and plus they're 14-4. These pitchers, man, home and away is a gem. It's unlike any other sport to me. Like when you can rest in your bed and you got to go down to the ballpark, throw a good 5 and stuff like that. Walker Buehler is going to come out smoking tonight compared to jumping off that airplane, hostile crowd, and things of that nature. And so I look for a big win from the Dodgers. San Diego is better. They've gotten a lot better, but what they're doing is they're building a roster to beat the Dodgers. They're getting better to beat us. So they're still not there, and I'm still going to take LA as the big brother over the little brother team in the NL West.
Yeah, I know you're not. I don't know about in the totals here. I kind of looked at the under in this one because, again, Buehler has been strong at home. And, of course, Weathers did have a good outing here against the Dodgers, but that was only – he couldn't even get through 4 innings against L.A. But, again, if L.A. shuts him down, you think this can go under 7.5?
I don't know, Tom. Both of these teams lead the league in ERA, earned run average against. You know what I mean? The Padres are like 2.25, and the Dodgers are even lower. So just from that standpoint, yeah, I do think it can go under. But then we have those Dodger bats, man. We can put up numbers in a heartbeat. We play small ball. We can hit the long ball. So even if San Diego can, get the 2 runs that we usually give up, I can see us getting 5, and I just wouldn't want to play that close to the vest. I think laying the juice with the 170 is a lot better play than trying to, this game will end at around 7, maybe 8. It's just too close for me. So I'm going on the money line with the Dodgers straight up.
All right, so I'm going money line Dodgers straight up here in this one. Mookie Betts is probable here Thursday with that forearm. All right, Tony, let's take a look over at Pig Dogs Premium. We got baseball, we got some NBA, a lot of hockey. What you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
Surprisingly, Tone, I don't have any hockey going tonight, but this is just a thing for me. Like, we can sell as many plays as we put up, right? But I want these guys to win. I'm putting my money on it, and I want you guys to win. My hockey's been a little bit of up and down, so I just took the night off. I'm going to regroup, retool. But my baseball's been smoking, and my basketball's been smoking. I got a good triple play in baseball. I always got my MLB 3 play, and then I got my NBA perfect play. It's the only play I'm playing in the NBA tonight. It's the best pick on the board. So you can jump over there and get my daily plays like always, and then parlay that into the monthly, weekly, or even the yearly VIP pass where you get every pick I release from every sport, playoffs, championships, all included for one low price.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Tony Brown over at Pig Dogs Premium. He's got those long-term passes. Of course, that is the best value there over at Pig Dogs. When you go long-term, you'll get that all sports pass. It'll be every play that Tony releases over at Pig Dogs Premium. He's got NBA, he's got Major League Baseball, into hockey as well. That 3-7-38 pass is the way to go. All right, Tony, as always, great having you on the show. Have yourself a great night, and we'll talk to you. Next week.
All right, man. Let me know. I'm here anytime. Thanks for having me.
All right, thank you for joining us here. Tony Brown here on the drive-thru. All right, we'll continue here with our coverage. We got Chris back from his little break, so we'll continue on with the show, and we're going to welcome a special appearance on Thursday from Ann Shore. You'll find her over at Pig Dogs Premium. She's doing fantastic work there. You see her top leaderboards for 2021. Ann, how you doing?
Doing great. I went to the Sixers game last night, so thanks for letting me sneak on today. I appreciate it. I love being here.
Oh, you ran into a really good game last night with that Embiid half-court a try for the tying basket.
I know. He should have made that, considering how many free throws he's missed on that game.
All right.
But it was a fun game.
That was a great game to watch on television last night. All right. And you're looking at this Magic and Pelicans contest, 7 Eastern Time. NBA League Pass channel has Pelicans laying 6.5 on the road, total 219.5.
Yeah, so, you had this total. It opened up, I believe. I've been tracking it so much, I don't even remember half the time. I looked at it. It was like 225. And it's like, yeah, you're reacting to taking this under. And you look the last time these two teams slayed, you had the Magic and Pelicans ended up being 115 to 110 for the Magic. So I think it's going to, Zion, who's been playing really well the last 2 nights, he put up like 34 points and 33. He's really going to come out here tonight and get some revenge on this. So I have a slight lean with the Pelicans. Also, just with this too, like going into that, I think the Pelicans are going to do well tonight. They're like 25-11 for going against teams who are bad at home. But the Pelicans, they're averaging about 114. They're allowing around 115. Then you have the Magic they're averaging 104, and they're allowing 111, which is surprisingly a little low. But the over for the Pelicans have gone over 38-15 in their last 53 games, and including the last 3 games, that went way over. For Magic in their last 5 is 4-1. So I think the over here is a good play. Both teams have bad defense. Pelicans are ranked 27th in defense, Magic 17th. So they're still in the bottom half. But the last 10 games with the Magic, that was like some of the worst defense I've ever seen. I think it was like the worst defensively, their rating. I remember looking at it, and it was just so bad. But yeah, I just feel like Magic, if Magic, you can look at it 2 ways. If Magic do keep up and they do cover, because I'm seeing this line move, and let's just say they do cover, this game's definitely going to go over. And let's just say they don't cover, Pelicans come in and blow them out. I think with the Magic, and one thing is too, they're trying to get a good pick in the draft, so they don't need to win this game. But I think the Pelicans will still put up enough points to put this over.
All right, Dan here with the over the total here with New Orleans and Orlando Magic. All right, baby. Or looking here at this Orlando team, it's if they can get over 100, it'll be against this Pelicans defense.
Yeah, I think we could all, the whole panel here could combine. We'll have to figure out who the 3 people are on the bench, but we could probably put up 100 against the Pelicans. But my concern here, like you said, Tony, is the Magic. Whether we're going to get enough scoring from them. I mean, the Pelicans also gave up, 122 and 116 to the Knicks, who played defense first. But I don't know, 219 almost seems like it's right on, because it just seems like you could see 110 points from the Magic, but you could also see 90. So the total this game, I think, as a whole for me was a pass, to be honest.
You look at some of their games against bad defensive teams. They put 110 on Houston, 150. This is a key game. 115 against Chicago, that's a horrid defense here. And so I think you got some hope here that Orlando can get that can help contribute to this total.
Yeah, I agree with Chris because I've been checking this out and I'm like, I think this could end one of these games where it ends at like 121. But it really comes down to what's going on with the line and what Vegas is. And even like, I think the sharps are kind of all over the place too. And this could be this game where it's like, you're looking right at what it ends. But I think this is definitely going to go over here. And the thing I also noticed with the Magic, it's like they'll score high, then they score low, they'll score high. So they just scored fairly low. So tonight will be, even with a lot of their players are injured and Ennis isn't playing. So still, you can still see that with any team when they have their starters in. And it'll be nice. I want to see how Zion does.
Yeah, Pelicans 37-20 to the over this season, and here on the over 219.5 Pelicans and Magic. And in this one, will tip off at 7 Eastern Time, NBA League Pass channel. All right, Dan, let's take a look over at Pig Dogs Premium, where you're performing well for the year 2021, 776 units of profit in the positive. I know you want to get over 1,000 here, so we'll get it going. What you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
It needs to be updated, Tony. I am over 1,000 now. I had 2 underdogs today. Nice. It was crazy. It got cold in New Jersey. My MLB went cold, and now finally it's warmed up. I've just won 3 MLBs in a row. We had the 2 earlier games today, the underdogs. So we hit them both, which is nice. And tonight I am in love with my NBA pick. It is perfect. Not many games on, but this is the best one. This is a game you don't want to miss out on. Hop on that. That's over at the site. And again, check out, my 2-for-1 cappers and the usual that you guys hear.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Ann Shore over at Pig Dogs Premium. You see that the numbers are actually, if you update them, you'll see that she had fantastic work back over 1,000 units over at Pig Dogs Premium. And of course, right now, you can pick up her 1-day pass or get those long-term passes. That's the best value there over at Pig Dogs Premium. That 2-for-1 capper, you can match Ann with Big Al, who's number 1 this year, 2021. That would be a great choice for you as well. All right, Ann, as always, great having your show. Have yourself a great night. We'll keep it for the final segment as we look at these picks.
Sounds good, guys. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it. I'll see you later.
All right, Ann Shore here on the drive-through. I will continue on with our coverage. Chris, I think you need another break, okay? We worked here last week, yesterday, the whole show without one, so we owe you another one. So we're going to give you a break here.
I'm not going to lie to you. When I saw 2 breaks on the schedule today, I was shocked. I was like, man, have I fallen down that far? Oh, boy. Okay, but I'll take it.
All right, let's go back to Skype here, and let's bring in Ninos. You'll find him over at Pig Dogs Premium. Top of the leaderboards right now in NHL, so he's doing fantastic work there. I think we've got him ready to go. All right, Al, how you doing? Did we got the mic working now? Are you awake? Al Ninos, wake up.
Yeah, sorry, what's up?
All right, what's happening?
I was watching on YouTube. It was a few seconds behind.
Yeah. There's always a delay on YouTube. You know that. All right, Al, let's take a look at the game you'll be looking at here as we got the Lightning and the Blue Jackets, 7 Eastern Time. We got Lightning laying 250 here, total 5.5.
Yeah, they sure are, but we're going to be looking at the total here. They're coming off that 4-1 loss. I was on the right side of game 1 of that little 2-game series. But that was a game I stayed away from because they were resting their starting goalie, Andrei Vasilevsky. And unfortunately, they've decided to give him another night off here tonight. So that could open up some opportunities for Columbus to score here. And, Tampa should get plenty of chances to score as well against a team, that's allowed 4 goals in each of their losses during this 7-game losing streak of theirs. So I'm expecting a lot of goals here on both sides, and I'm taking this game to go over the total.
All right, El Nino says go over the total here with Columbus and Tampa Bay in this one, as we'll put the pick up there. Here we go, over 5.5 goals. And we're looking here at a Columbus team that has gone over in 4 straight here. Actually, in the past 5, they've gone over 4 with that 1 push. And this is a team, El Nino said, is really struggling in defensively in that 5-game span, allowing 4.5 goals a game.
Yeah, it's been ugly for Columbus here. As I said, they may get a few chances to score themselves, but again, I don't see them keeping the puck out of their own net. May or may not have a play on the side as well. Have a couple quite a few NHL plays out tonight. If you want to check those out. But yeah, this is a play I would have loved this morning as well if I knew the goalies in that as well, the starting goalies here.
All right, Ninos here, over 5.5, Blue Jackets and Lightning. Of course, this one will tip off 7 Eastern Time, NHL Center Ice package. All right, now let's take a look over at Pig Dogs Premium, where you're number one year-to-date in the NHL, 1,319 units of profit that is documented. A lot of hockey tonight. We got some NBA and baseball. What you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
Yeah, as I said, quite a few NHL. I got 2 NBA and just 1 MLB play tonight. So I do have a 5-pack with 3 of the NHL, 2 both NBAs, and my best MLB bet of the night. Check those out. As I said, get a long-term pass for you get all my plays from all sports. It's always the best deal. 2 for 1's even better actually. So go for that. Pair me up with another capper that's doing better in the NBA or MLB, and get my hockey picks to mix in there with them as well.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Ninos over at Pig Dogs Premium. We'll put that graphic up again. 1,300 units of profit. NHL document number 1 over at the site. Get on board with that long-term pass. He's got that 3, 7, and 30 all sports pass. You might want to think of a second half NHL package there, Al. I don't know if one's up there, but maybe you want to get one up there as we'll talk about that.
Yeah, still have the good old NHL season pass, so we may have to fix that one up for the second half.
That sounds good. Get it fixed up here for the second half as we get into the playoffs here, starting very shortly over at Pig Dogs Premium. Check out Ninos out there. He got his one-day pass and make that upgraded long-term pass with those winnings. All right, Al, as always, great having the show. Continue that success, and we'll talk with you next week, if not sooner.
All right, yeah, whenever you want me, Tony. Always a pleasure being here, so see you then.
We'll see that. All right, Al Ninos here on the drive-thru. Let's get Chris back on camera. I don't even know if he's camera ready, but I'm just going to try. Yes, he is. All right, Chris, welcome back. All refreshed for your break. All right, let's continue on here. You're up next as we're going to look at this Suns game tonight as Phoenix here in a back-to-back spot. But they'll be on the road here facing Celtics with Phoenix laying a point, total 221. This one's on NBA League Pass channel, believe it or not.
Yeah, and I'm not sure how. I think it's just another notch to add to the belt of things that are cases of disrespect that are being handed out to the Suns, because the Suns, I key in on these teams that I feel that the books are giving absolutely no respect to. And once again, I think it's the Suns here in this spot. If Tony talks a lot about net rating, and Phoenix second in net rating right now at plus 6.6 since the start of February, and they've covered over 60% of their games this season. They're not the best, but they're one of the best covered teams in the NBA this season. They've carried that play over from the bubble. And you look at the Celtics, so they've covered 5 of their last 6, but Jaylen Brown's probably out for this game. He's missed just 5 games this season, but in those 5 games, Boston has only covered twice. And that includes a 9-point loss to the Suns as a small underdog not too long ago. But, Phoenix this year, 11-4-1 against the spread when they're favored by 4 or less. It's a back-to-back. Yes, it's difficult. It's against 2 solid teams back-to-back. Philly last night, they got the win there, and I think they do the same here. We're only laying a point against the Boston Celtics. I think you could even, if you want to not have to worry about the point, that you could go on the money line as well. There's not going to be too much of a price difference, but I really, really like the Suns in this spot.
All right, Chris here on the Suns, laying the point here against the Boston Celtics. Chris, any worries here with the Celtics rest here, or with the rest advantage? 2 days off here. They got a really good head coach there in Brad Stevens to get ready for the Suns.
They have a fantastic coach in Brad Stevens. We also have to remember that the Suns, when they're on no rest, they're no slouch as either 10-4 against the number in their last 14 on the second half of back-to-back. And I tell you, like I said, sometimes it's just a matter of blindly backing a team just because they're paying off more often than they're not. The adage I always use, it's like riding the bus. If you miss 1 or 2 stops, you're not too far from where you're supposed to be. And we've made more than enough money with the Suns, so I think we can afford to miss the mark on 1 or 2. But I think tonight is not that night. I think the Suns take care of business. They have the number 1 seed in the West. In their they're locked in on it. They have their sights set on it. So I think they need to take another step in that direction, get a win and cover here.
All right, Chris, take the Suns here, -1 against the Boston Celtics. This one to begin at 7 p.m. Eastern time, and of course it'll be on NBA League Pass. Now, it should be interesting. The Suns, to me, are the most interesting team in the postseason. How they perform when you get dissected in a 7-game series.
Well, of course, but I mean, this was kind of what we wanted to see, because remember, the Suns came in. I think they were the 13th or 12th seed in the West when the bubble started last year, and then they went on that tear and. We thought we were all slighted because we wanted to see how the Suns were going to do, in that position. But this is also another different position because I don't know if they're going to be used to being that high up in the standings with that kind of, high seed pressure on them. Who knows? They might get a nosebleed from being that high up. But I think it's just going to be interesting to see. I mean, I think this is the Suns' time. I think Devin Booker, again, he's going to play with a bit of a chip on his shoulder, like we've always known him to, and. I think the Suns are definitely going to be a team that you have to watch out for. I'm not going to say put all my eggs in one basket and say this is the team, but they're going to be a team to watch in the playoffs for sure.
All right, Chris, on the Suns, lane 1, 7 Eastern time. All right, Chris, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium tonight. We got a lot of hockey. We've got some NBA as well as baseball. What you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Well, Tony, like you said, there's just a ton of action going on tonight. I've got a 3-pack for both the NBA and the NHL. Got those over for $29.95. We're going to have a great night. I already have a feeling about those two. Got an MLB play, but I only had it up for long-term subscribers. I really couldn't get a good feel for the card today. It's such a small card. But that's okay. Some of those nights you have to take a step back, and we're going to get right back to it tomorrow. But, we also talk about the 2-for-1 capper deal, the 3, 7, 30-day all sports passes, even the year. Those will be some of your best values. You got the 2-for-1 capper deal. You pair me up with Tony, Big Al, Little Al, anyone that you see on the board tonight, or any of the other cappers, pair them up, get some of the better value there. I'm also going to be taking a look at my season passes. I'm going to change it up to make it a bit of a playoff pass, bring that price down because playoffs, that's where I do some of my best work, and I think we're going to have a great postseason on the ice and on the hardwood as well. So check those out, guys. I always say it. Possibilities are endless over at Pick Dogs, so go and check them all out.
That's right, guys. Check out Chris Ruffolo over at Pick Dogs Premium. Get his 1-day pass tonight. We got those long-term passes, that 3, 7, and 30-day pass. You get every play that Chris releases over on the site. Of course, you set the terms when you make that purchase over at Pick Dogs Premium. All right, Chris, let's continue on here with the show. Let's go ahead and welcome James Clark to the show. He'll be looking at Game 2 of the TNT doubleheader between the Mavericks and the LA Lakers. A lot of question marks surrounding the status here of Anthony Davis. Of course, he's telling everyone he's coming back, but of course, that's always the coach's decision, or sometimes the general manager, however that plays out in some organizations. So let's go ahead and wire him right now. James, how you doing today?
Pretty good. How are y'all, fellas?
We're doing great. All right, here we go. Lakers on the road facing the Mavs. Mavs going to lay 3 in this one, total 216.
Yeah, Tony, look at these. Both of these teams have struggled their last 10 games, both of them 5-5. But, more the Mavs have struggled more than the Lakers has. The Mavs was doing good for a while. That winning 7 of their last 10 games before these 10 games. Just they've hit a little bump in the road. But I look for them tonight to get back, to get healthy with the Lakers. Coming into town. The Mavs at home, they've won 62% of their games when they're playing at home. And, this Laker team, you don't know if AD's going to play. If he does, is he going to be on minute restrictions? To me, if he plays, he plays. If he don't, he don't, because I don't think it matters. I think, the frustration of the last 10 games for the Mavs, I think they take it out on the Lakers tonight. And I won't be surprised with a double-digit win, really, tonight against the Lakers, the Mavs.
All right, he's looking at a win here and a cover win here by Dallas Mavericks for the show here, -3 against the LA Lakers on TNT at 9:30 Eastern time. All right, Chris. Of course, Mavs on the back-to-back. We're all wondering what's the status here of Anthony Davis. Interesting game here.
Yeah, and Tony, you may want to get your popcorn because this is one of the few games where I'm firmly on the other side, only because I feel that. Anthony Davis, all he has to do is report to the team coach and general manager, a.k.a. LeBron James, and basically say, hey, I want to play tonight. And, I think that is what's going to be the case. Because the difference for me here is that the Lakers, they haven't been playing well, but they've also been treading water, which is a lot better than what we thought they were going to do without LeBron or AD. Dallas, for the most part, has been healthy, and like James said, they've been struggling. 0-6 against the spread in their last 6 games. I think, if Anthony Davis comes back into this one, I think that's going to be a hell of a lift for the Lakers, and I think he's worth more than 3 points. So I'm taking the Lakers. I'm putting a little bit on the money line as well.
Now, even so, if you get AD with only 20 minutes of action, though, that's the big question mark. If he plays, probably it'll be maybe 20 minutes, or less.
Yeah, and I mean, I think I was going to say even 20 minutes. I think they'll take whatever they can get at this point because, like I said, they've been treading water. I don't know, James. What do you think?
In my opinion, I don't look for AD to come back onto the floor until they get back in LA. That's just my opinion. So I said with him playing or not, I look for the Mavs to win, but I really look for him not to play, to be honest.
All right, yeah, you have all your medical experts there, probably stationed there in LA, so maybe that's a good angle there as well. All right, looking at Dallas laying 3 here against LA Lakers, 9:30 Eastern time. This is your doubleheader game on TNT. All right, James, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium, where you're doing fantastic work here. 1,665 units of profit past 30 days. That is all documented over at Pick Dogs Premium. We got some NBA, we got some baseball, a lot of hockey. What you have going on over at the site?
Well, Tony, I got a 5-pack going on right now. 3 of my best NBA plays and 2 MLB plays that I really love. Also, if you don't want the MLB, I've been on fire here lately with the MLB. Yesterday, going 4-1. Day for that, going 5-1, 4-1, 5-1. I got 3-pack of the NBA right now. If you just want to get those 3, or if you want to team me up, with 2-for-1 cappers. I've seen a lot of people doing that. I appreciate y'all. The support and everything y'all been giving me. I really appreciate y'all. I do. Like I said, every play that I put out, I bet on it. And if I'm going to put my money on it, I know y'all going to put y'all's hard-earned money on it. We're trying to make profit back. But like I was saying, the 2-for-1 capper, grab me, Big Al, Little Al, Tony, Rob, any of them. I say this all the time. We got the best cappers in the world. And also, guys, for the ones that's been messaging me and asking me about the NBA season here on out into the playoffs, I'm getting down, starting to work on that. Like I am new to this, so some of the computer stuff and stuff I'm getting used to, but I will have it on the board here soon. So it is coming. Just be patient with me. I'm working on it, but like I said, grab my 3-pack, and then after we win tonight, upgrade to 3 days, 7 days to 30, or grab my 5-pack and put some money in your pockets.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with James Clark over at Pick Dogs Premium. You see the numbers here, 1,665 units of profit past 30 days. That is all documented. When you go to his profile page at Pick Dogs Premium, you can see every play that he's released, and you'll see there the numbers adding up there. Of course, he's got that big pack tonight for that 1-day 5-pack up there. Pick that one up, and then make that long-term pass, that 3, 7, or 30-day all-sports pass. And in the coming few days here, I think, James, you said you'll have an NBA end-of-the-season pass coming up, including playoffs?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'll have from now or for the next few days until the end, until the playoffs.
Absolutely. Great. All right, James. All right, excellent. All right, James, always great having your show. Continue that success, and we'll talk with you next week. If not sooner.
All right. Thank you, guys.
All right. I always got to throw that in there. If not sooner. All right. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru, guys. A reminder here, if you happen just to join the show, keep those thumbs up coming, and we greatly appreciate it. We're going to do a complete recap of every play at the end of the show. We have 1 pick remaining. That is mine. So I'll get that ready for you guys right now here. As we're going to look at the baseball for tonight. The Angels open up a trip against the Houston Astros. Boy, the Astros have been playing really bad. I saw that series against Oakland. Of course, the Angels had that really bad game yesterday afternoon as just a bad bullpen effort really blew the game for them. But we'll take a look here at this one. Let me go ahead and get this game information up for you for today. 8 Eastern time, Astros about $1.23 at home against the LA Angels. Total sits here at 9. I'm going to take the Angels here at plus 113. I've seen Alex Cobb. I like the velocity. I like what he's doing out there. He's 300 runs in each of his 2 starts. A total of 17 strikeouts. See, that's what I like in here. He's getting that velocity up. He's getting strikeouts. Christian Javier will go for the Astros. He's averaged just 4 1/3 innings in each of his 2 starts on the campaign. there are question marks about Altuve's status as he's been sidelined with that COVID protocol. As the Astros closed their series at Colorado, they had lost 8 of 9, really struggling to score runs. Angels, third in run production, second in hitting in the majors. Houston batted only .205 against right-handers in their bullpen. There's a lot of talk about the Angels bullpen. They had a little blow up here against Texas, but the Astros bullpen is approaching an ERA of 5. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Angels here at plus the 113, Chris.
Yeah, and you know what? I feel a little bit giving today, so Tony, I'm going to tell you, the one premium I had was this game, and I am with you on the LA Angels. The Houston Astros, until they get all their players back, like Jose Altuve and the like, are an auto fade for me. There's just no production going on, and the pitching staff can't, make up the difference. And on top of that, they're putting themselves in an even deeper hole. Like you said, the bullpen just isn't holding up, and I think we're starting to see the Astros bullpen maybe turning into the New York Mets of the American League. I think this is just a bad spot for the Astros. I'm not an Alex Cobb guy, but like you said, he's performed well to start the year. I think Javier, if this game was only a 4-inning game, maybe he'd give the edge to the Astros in the starting role. But I think the Angels take care of business here as well.
Going to be here, Angels plus 113 against the Houston Astros. This one will begin here at 8 Eastern time on MLB Extra Innings Pass. Guys, you can check out Pick Dogs Premium. I have a 3-pack. I'm mixing some baseball and NBA for you, so check me out there. I also have a 3, 7, and 30 all sports pass available as well over at Pick Dogs Premium, so check me out over there on the side. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-through. Just want to make note here that if you're looking for some great value, that YouTube Premium Early and Late Pass is a great value right below. Follow the link there, Chris, and I know it's one of the great values there for everyone watching the show.
You are not going to find anything, like any value, the way that the YouTube Premium offers anywhere on the internet. You got to get in quick because that $30 package, I think, is ending very soon. And we still got the $50 package, which is going to get you the morning and late show, or I believe a $100 option is coming as well. But even then, that's going to give you a live show, a morning premium pick, an afternoon premium pick. It's going to make your picks, whether you're a $5 better or $5 better, whatever. It's making it pennies per pick for quality and some of the best handicapping on the internet. You can't beat it.
No, you cannot, guys. And check the link below for the Pick Dogs YouTube premium packages right now, early and late. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-through. Time to recap the plays from today's show. And Shore will join us. We got to start here with Alex Smart. Spurs laying the 10.5 against the Pistons. Al McMordie, Maple Leafs minus 130 against the Jets. Tony Brown, take that cup of juice and drink it. LA Dodgers minus 167 against the Padres. And Pelicans Magic over 219.5. Al Ninos, Blue Jackets Lightning over 5.5. Chris was on the Suns minus 1 against the Celtics. James, the Mavericks laying 3 against the Lakers. Yours truly, Angels plus 113 against the Astros. We'll start with Chris. Other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
Well, Tony, like I mentioned, it was my premium for a reason. I'm with you on the Angels plus 113. I love that for tonight.
All right, give me there on the Angels. Let's go over to Ann. Sure, Ann, you are right. By the way, we want to clarify. We do have the up-to-date numbers now, Ann. I want to make sure I get that right. Over 1,016 up to the minute, up to the second update. So you are over 1,000 units now of profit. Congrats there. And you get that virtual high five, which we forgot to do in the segment. Okay. And why don't you let us know? Yes. Other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
It's so funny. Tony Brown made such a strong case for the Dodgers. I absolutely agree with that. Just don't get greedy and take the spread. Just take the Dodgers, and you win a little extra money there.
All right, look at the Dodgers there. And I'm going to agree with Ann on this one. Pelicans Magic over 219.5. I made reference to the Magic scoring production there against those two bad defensive teams. They just played it. I believe it was Houston. If not, it was the Washington or the Pistons. One of the other teams that I looked at there. So I agree there with Ann here. Pelicans Magic over 219.5. All right, that'll do it for another edition of the Drive-Thru. Guys, tune in tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do this all over again. We have 8 cappers booked for the show, giving you live free sports picks for the primetime games. And don't forget, it all gets started every day, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time with the morning show. You got Mitch, you got Rod Zawacki, Brian Biller, so tune in. All right, let's bring in our cappers from tonight's show. We're going to send you off with a nice wave goodbye. Have you guys a great night, and we'll talk to you guys tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern